My name is Chris McGuinness, and this is my strange story. I grew up with a highly abusive father who nearly took my life. I kind of felt like I was on my own around 16, 17 years. Got my first job when I was 15, working at a sandwich shop, washing dishes, doing stuff like that. And eventually by 19, I was out on my own. I had a roommate named Chris also, and we had a 2-bedroom apartment in Campbell, California. I remember one night I had a really weird dream about a black sports car traveling at a very high rate of speed down a 4 or 5 lane highway each direction. I was in the car and someone else was driving, and something happened and the car started tumbling forward over itself over and over again, and we died. My friend Chris and I, had Scirocco's, Volkswagen Scirocco's, and we used to drive very fast. We were young and reckless. At the same time, neither of us had a black car. So I told Chris about this story, and he thought it was weird, but because neither of us had a black car, that was a sports car, or anyone for that matter, we just kind of, forgot about it. About 3 months later, Chris found a 16-valve Scirocco, and he wanted to step up to the 16-valve versus the 8-valve, and it was black. There were some issues with it, and it was missing a back window, and the cost of a back window was, I think, like $1,300 or some crazy number for that used from the pick and pull. So he asked me to help him negotiate the purchase, and I did, and he got the car, and I told him I really don't know if this is a great car, for maybe you just turn around and sell it off or whatever, see how it goes. A little while after that, we were up in Mountain View. I believe we were at a place called The Edge, which was like an 18 and over, dance club or something like that. We didn't go there much. We were kind of more, by the time, we were 21 or so, we were going more to just regular bars and stuff like that. And anyhow, we ended up out there meeting up with some friends or something, and we were driving home, and Chris decided to push the car up to 120, 123. It was really late, and there was absolutely no one on the road, and he just wanted to see if he could get the car up to its top speed of 123 miles per hour. Under normal circumstances, this would have been fine with me, but something came over me, and I turned and I raised my voice and I said, "Slow down." And it really took him back, because he just had never heard me say anything like that. So he slowed the car down, and we drove another 20 or so minutes back to our apartment. Nothing strange. I crashed and he crashed. He got up early the next morning to go work at Chili's. He was a waiter at Chili's, and he called me that morning early, and he said, "Hey, Chris." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Do you remember that dream that you had a few months back?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "I just pulled into Chili's and the right front rim of my car fell off." And there was silence for a moment, and he said something about the dream, and he said, "I can't help but think if you hadn't had that dream, we'd probably be dead." And that dream has stuck with me because it was so real, like the car tumbling, and then just the wave that came over me in the moment. And I'm thankful to be alive today and have my children, my wife and family. Yeah, what can you do? Dodged a bullet.